are in the town of Pinebrook. This is a small town in the northern part of the world. It is at the base of a bunch of mountains. And in the area, there's a lot of humans and dwarves. They mine the mountains, and they also log the trees from the area. Because there's almost no security from the crown up here, the townspeople do their own patrols, and they have increased those patrols because there's been potential trolls spotted in the area, at least their tracks. Other dangerous creatures do wander the woods, but it's up to you guys today to go out with Captain Cole to do some patrolling. You meet in the middle of the town, and Captain Cole asks you, or says, "I've never patrolled with you all before. What do you guys like? Who are you?"
So you're
How about you, dwarf? Who are you?
Yar. Who be you?
Well, I'm
Yar.
Captain Cole of the town's guard. We're set to patrol. So
I be Edinburgh. I be the finest fighter under the land. Get it? Not in the land, under the land.
Yeah, that's clever. Okay.
Caves and things, you see.
So you can use that axe and that shield pretty good?
I guess, yeah.
Alright.
I'm committed now.
Yarb. Alright. And how about you, Rogue? You want to be quiet?
get on with what needs doing. Get on
All
with
right.
what needs doing.
And then how about you, Elf? What can you do?
I'm just a lonely old wizard stuck with these young bucks.
Me? Young what?
Hey, yeah. Sounded different on Zoom.
Yeah, a little bit. Well, we should get this patrol underway. There's been
Young wolf?
things spotted, and we should go investigate. Well, you guys are walking along this trail. You're following Captain Cole here. And you guys all make it to this fork. If you guys can move your tokens up there. Hopefully you can.
Okay.
Awesome. And Captain Cole says, "Hold on, wait. Did you guys hear that? There's something over there. And I need you all to roll a perception check."
Alright.
So how we can do it with the dice button on the left-hand side. There is, if you do it on the roll, oh, damn, Brian. Nice roll. You got a 21.
So yeah, that's a +3.
Yeah. I think everyone's perception is +3, actually. Well, I think Brian scored the highest. He got a 21. Brian and his rugged dwarfness.
Wait.
In the underbrush of under one of the trees, there's a small creature about the size of a dog. You saw me pin it on here. It looks like a strange lizard made of metal, which is, kind of strange. When you look more closely, you can see that it's a small dragon and has blue-gray scales and a long pointed tongue. It crawls in your direction. It looks very feeble and very weak. And it still looks like it has potential eggshell on its head. And it makes a hissing, whimpering sound as it continues to crawl towards you. Do you guys react in any way?
Yeah, I approach it. I go up to it. I got a different accent now for this place.
All right, lovely then.
I go up to the dragon and I use my animal handling skills.
All right, so roll me animal handling.
Right.
So it's a D20 plus your modifier.
Yep.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm like, you don't have animal handling. You have a +5. That's pretty good.
I got it. Yeah.
So you got a dirty 20 again. Oh no, 15. Sorry, I added the 5.
Lower than my other scrolls, despite the +5.
So this dragon, very weak, can only really make it to there, but you continue to approach, and it kind of looks up at you, and it says, "Nika."
I go. Pss, 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 Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
and it curls its tail and it puts its head up and tries to sniff your hand, and it says Nita at you.
Oh, great.
Captain Cole, he says, hold on a minute. He pulls out a bag. He pulls out a book from his bag, and it says Flagons and Dragons, the all-encompassing guide to beer and dragons. He flips to a couple pages, and he said, oh my god, what does he say? Oh, then he said, the rumors of the silver dragon in the area must be true. I have to go back to Pinebrook. You guys should take care of this silver dragon, and Edinburgh, it seems to like you.
Okay,
So,
great.
does anyone want to make me a intelligence check? Or maybe a nature
I can
check?
do that.
Or
That's
history
probably
check?
Sarah, the intelligent one.
D20, right?
Yes.
And then...
Is that plus a modifier or forget?
So for you, you're... I'm going to say history, so +5. I think that'll work. And most rolls, by the way, I'm going to accept it if you can justify it. Like, oh, this is animal handling, blah, blah, blah. So, Sarah, you do indeed verify that this is a dragon. And, yep, that's it.
Yep.
Captain Cole, he kind of looks at you a little shocked. And he says, yeah, it's a silver dragon. It says here on this page that they're known to be kind of friendly to humans, and they're pretty good. But they eat exactly what dragons eat. You guys should feed them and lead them back to the mountains. And he kind of points over to the west. Or the east, I'm sorry. And he says, you should take them up to the dragon, the lair up there. And there's nothing else around, and he goes back to Pinebrook. So he is now off the board. So what do you guys want to do first?
Just abandoned us? Rude.
Yeah, I want to say how, like, hey, wasn't that weird how we just left? I was going to ask if we go north that way around the thing or north that way around the thing, but he's gone.
Well, he said east, if you were listening.
So I do know.
It would flip a coin.
But the dragon does look very weak and does need some energy. If you guys look at your equipment list, there might be something in there for him.
I took out some
One day
rations
of
and offer it to
rations.
the dragon.
So Riley will give his rations over to the dragon. The dragon is very happy, eats it up very gladfully. But it seems like the dragon probably can't walk that far on its own. It is about the size of a dog, so it will need to be carried. But it seems to be attached to Edinburgh, because he approached her first. Or him first. It first.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably the strongest anyway, too. So.
And he keeps saying Nitha. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this token now controllable by you, Mr. Brian. Oh, wait, can I? I don't think I can. Anyway, he's going to follow you around. So you are now carrying the little dragon.
Okay, I can
I
move
want a
it.
little dragon friend.
Well,
No, I'm a wizard.
we're all his little dragon friend. And we are going to move on to the next thing. Actually, did you guys want to do anything else in the area?
don't think
Is it
so.
possible to have the dragon sniff around to find any goods for us?
The dragon doesn't appear that intelligent, as it just hatched and it has no clue what you want it to do. So it just kind of plays around a little bit.
Would I be able to hunt a little game to feed the dragon?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. I don't know if you want to take the time to set something up. Do you have survival? You do. And you do have
+3.
you do have an arrow too and a short bow.
Yeah.
So maybe you can shoot an animal. Do me a survival check. So 7, you shoot, you miss. Dragon's sad.
Alright.
Mark out.
I shrug.
Well, it's
Riley says, let me show you how to do it. He notches an arrow.
you do
Takes
not.
aim.
You do you have a short bow? Oh, you do. Okay. Oh, Brian, you get +5 to hit actually.
Do I?
Yeah. But the
Because I was
survival.
attacking, I guess?
No, I said it wrong because you did the survival check. So what I should have said is you don't see any game around, so there's nothing around.
Ah.
So you didn't actually roll a strike.
Okay.
So sorry. It's a GM error.
All good.
All right. And Riley, did you want to try?
All right, let me see what I can see.
Roll me a 20 plus nothing. So 19. So you see that there's a lot of bunny rabbits under most of the trees. And they are kind of just hanging out, chewing. They're doing good. You're very surprised that Edinburgh didn't see any of these. And do you want to take a shot at one?
All right, let me get you a rabbit.
All right. So that's going to be a 10 plus, I think, 3 for you. Plus 5 to hit. So that's actually 15. So I'm going to say you hit a bunny, and you hit it so well, you hit the one behind it too, so you got 2 of them. So now the dragon's very happy.
Hooray.
He actually is much more, he feels better, so now he doesn't have to be carried so much, but he's still very close to Edinburgh's leg. So, I'm going to try and token drag you guys to the next screen, if I can. Alright, perfect. And you guys can move, everything looks good. Awesome. So, as you guys are walking up the mountain, you see a large cave that you guys aren't very familiar with, but it looks big enough for maybe a dragon to have built it in the mountain.
There'd be another dragon here.
Well, the little dragon seems to get happier and kind of approaches the cave and kind of stops right here.
The cave to the north?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's right there.
Can I use my perception to kind of check out and look around to make sure nothing dangerous is near?
Yeah, that's
Anybody?
fine. You can do that.
Okay.
So we
You
can
made
do...
me roll a d20?
Yes.
Hang on, I put a muffin on my thing.
And then your perception check is +3.
What the?
Freya is typing. So you got a 10 plus 3. So you got a 13. So all you really see on the inside is a little bit of icicles, or what are they called? The ones on the ground?
Heights, I think.
Stalagmites?
Yeah, a little bit of those. Icicles hanging down. Nothing really there. Nothing huge. So it looks like it's safe for now.
Great.
Okay. I want to start approaching and kind of cautiously following the dragon behind.
Yeah, I'm doing the same. I'm going to kind of follow the dragon, but let it be in the front.
Well, the dragon is not going to move past this point.
Okay.
It then turns to you, Edinburgh, and says, Neitha. Again.
Alright, I think it wants his mom, and I think what we should do is fire an arrow into the cave and hit a stalagmite, knock it down, make some noise, bring the mama dragon out, and when it sees the baby, it'll be happy.
So we can do that.
Do you think that's the best way to make noise and get the mom dragon out? I think we're attacking for no reason.
What check would you do for that, Brian?
I guess I would just be aiming towards a hanging stalagmite, so whatever that accuracy, would that be just a strike against a not moving target?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Like an attack against an inanimate object?
Yeah. So you could just do a straight 20, or if you want to do it, I don't think we have dex modifiers or anything.
Yeah.
If you
Well,
want to...
I think it says short bow +3 to hit, so I guess just a 20 + 3.
Yeah, that'll work. I was going to say if you wanted to make, like, maybe athletics, because you're making a precision shot kind of thing, maybe we can justify the +6.
What would that be, dexterity, precision?
Well, technically,
Or
but
athletics.
we also don't have dexterity. Like, we don't have
I'll
those
take
things.
athletics.
Yeah. It's up to you. I'll let you pick.
Alright, yeah, I'll go athletics. Because it's a gosh darn +6, and I only got a 7.
Well, you
I did roll a
successfully
1, though.
you successfully missed the icicle, but
Mm.
what you do realize is that these icicles are alive.
Oh,
They start to move. They start to form into
Gross.
tiny little snakes,
oh, cool.
and they start to move towards you. So let's roll initiative. I can do the initiative order from here, I think. So if you guys want to just roll 20s, I will put it in the initiative. Oh my god,
There's
where's
not
it?
plus
do anything
anything,
else,
right?
or just roll 20?
Just roll 20. I don't think there's any initiative modifiers on this.
Yeah, I don't think so either. 7 again.
5. Oh my god.
Wait, how do I
Rolling
add this?
rolling for Mama Claire.
So 8, 5. All right, so give me 3 seconds. I am going to resend the Zoom invite.
Alright, 3, 2.
1. So you have 30 feet of movement, so you can move 30 feet if you'd like to.
They're coming out of the cave.
They are coming out of the cave. So
If
mom,
you need it.
mom is about 40 feet from everything.
Yeah.
But if you want, you could take out your bow and you could hawk a shot if you wanted.
Get up here, Captain.
Sure.
So mom is going to roll a d20 with a +2 to hit.
Nice.
Rolling a 20.
Oh,
for
actually,
Mom.
what one are you aiming for? Let me ask you that.
Oh, the guy in the front, I guess.
I mean, they're all kind of in front. Let me see his armor class. And you have a +3. So you miss, my dear mother. I'm so sorry. So in this game, we don't really have bonus actions or anything, but if you did want to move, you can still move. You have 30 feet of movement.
I would go up. Go up a little bit.
All right, Sarah, it is your turn.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Sweet. So I want to use fireball.
Oh,
Firebolt, you mean?
Firebolt. That's right. You know what I mean.
So,
I use fire.
Who
On all the items.
who are you aiming for?
I think I want to aim in the middle.
It is a single person attack, so that's probably a bad idea.
I want to aim for the second to the right. On my right.
Can you ping it?
Trying.
That one? Yep.
Yes.
All right, so
Yes.
roll a 20. A 4 and +5 to hit. You miss. You shoot it right over his head.
Damn it.
You guys are not rolling very good.
No.
All right, do you want to move or anything, Sarah? Or she?
No, I'd like to stay where I am. I like to be in the background.
Yep, I hear
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I think the dragon's gonna hang out by you.
Yeah, I'm gonna pet the dragon while we watch everybody else fight.
Oh, it's okay, you're your baby. The dragon does seem happy by that. It is a little scared.
I'm gonna give it part of my ration, so it likes me better than Brian. All right.
All right. And let me see. It is now Brian's turn.
all right. Well, I think I'm going to move to accompany Claire.
I think that's 20 feet, right? Okay.
Well, I'm going to move 10 more feet. My full third. And I'm going to take a whack at
That one?
guy.
Yep,
So that's a D20 plus 6.
correct.
Okay, covered.
Oh my god. So, that's a nat 20 plus 6. So, you're using your hand axe. So it's going to be a d6 plus 4. So you can roll that.
All right. 1d6 plus 4.
That's pretty good. What we are going to do is we're also going to add the max damage, which would be 6 plus 4, so 10. So you actually do 15 damage to this bad boy.
Goddamn.
Because it was a nat 20. You're not really that close to anyone else. I was about to say, because sometimes you could like shoot through the one and maybe hurt the next one with the leftover damage.
Yeah, it's an axe too, though.
Yeah,
So,
so it's kind of short.
Yeah, that's
So.
all right.
Yeah, that's all right. I will give you extra movement if you really want it, though, because it's nat 20. Oh, that guy's dead, by the way.
That might be right there.
So when you swing the axe, it hits the side of this icicle snake, and a very, very crisp note comes out as soon as you hit it, and it shatters into a bunch of pieces. As the pieces hit the ground, it kind of melts back into the snow. The pieces are no longer there, and neither is the snake. And it seems like maybe that one is definitely not coming back. The other ones kind of look at you, and they start to focus on you, though.
Fair enough. I would.
All right, and Riley, it is up to you now. Dad, Mom?
Hello?
Hello.
Hi. Yeah, I had mute on. Sorry.
Okay.
I said I was going to knock an arrow, move here, and shoot at this guy.
Okay. The line of sight looks good. I think that's good. You rolled a 14, and I think you have a +5 too to hit, if I'm not mistaken. It's pretty good. Yeah, +5 to hit. So, does that give you? So that gives you a 19. So you're gonna roll 1d6 +3.
No. Nope. I'm going to roll 2d6 and add a damage modifier.
Oh snap! Did you actually read your character sheet?
I did.
Awesome. All right, do it. That was a trick.
11 damage modifier is
+3. Yep. So as the arrow hits this one, again, a very high-pitched note comes out of it. The arrow seems to go right through it, and the icicle melts around the arrow, and then it goes into the snow. Now these two guys are pissed. You're killing its family. Let me see here. Because they're not very intelligent. You are well within range. So this guy is going to go next to Brian. And it is going to attack. Although, how did I do this thing? I guess I just had to roll it. I thought I put its abilities in here. So he just uses a... they have icicle fangs. And so what he's going to do is he's just going to bite you.
What?
So he's going to roll 1d20. So 6. Your armor class, I think, is 14, right? No, 16. So as it goes to strike you, it kind of just goes right off your ringmail armor and doesn't really get anywhere. And then he kind of... He's not very happy about it.
Your armor class is 14, too.
The next guy is going to go right next to Pops, and then he's going to do the same thing. So roll 1d20. Oopsie. Sorry, that doesn't count. I typed 2. So 16, and I think your armor class is 14, Pops?
Correct.
So he hits. They strike for... Jeez. My God. What's their attack? Oh, 1d6. It's 1d6 slashing. And then +2. So he hits you for 6 damage.
Alright, so I got 5 left.
Do you remember how to change your health?
No.
No? Okay, I'll do it for you. Because you can do it right in your on your token. If you click on it, you'll see your health is the green, and your AC is 14.
Okay.
And then you should be able to change it from there. I just did. So now you have 5 health left. We're back to the top with Mom.
So go over there and hit him with the mace.
Hell yeah.
I think Mom's a barbarian.
Okay.
She wonders where I get it from.
I'm going to roll 1d6. This is her
Nope.
roll.
1d20.
Yeah, that's what I meant. This is her roll. 12.
+5 to hit with the mace. So that that does hit.
Okay, What's your damage?
One. Let her say it.
1d6.
She said 1d6.
Plus.
3.
That's 3. So here's your d6. 7.
All right, you strike this guy. As the mace kind of whistles through the air, again another huge note goes through the air, or through the sky, or through the air. This one is very piercing, and it doesn't shatter the snake this time, but it does kind of take some chunks out of him. It makes him look a little, not too great. He is now hissing, and he turns all his attention to you.
I am going to cast a spell called Magic Missile.
Awesome, that's a good one. I don't even think you need to roll for that one, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I
think
do
it
not.
did, right?
Yeah, I think it naturally hits. Let me see. Is
I
that
just
in
have
here?
to use 3 missiles total.
And you can go between targets, by the way.
I think I want to hit each target once.
Hit any magical creatures you see without needing d20 rolls. You can hit different creatures with fewer missiles as long as you use 3 missiles total. Each missile automatically deals 3 damage. Yeah, so you don't roll anything. So you just kind of pick where you want to have them hit.
There's only 2 snakes left.
I thought there were 3 snakes left.
Nope, just 2.
Hey, my brain's lagging.
Well, the one next to Mom and Riley here, as you strike that one, it explodes into 1,000 pieces. Again, a huge note goes out through the air, and it is now shattered. The 2 other missiles go around Riley and around Mama Cleric and strike this snake for 6 damage. 2 loud notes come out through the air, and it doesn't seem to be dead, but it is very wounded. The missiles seem to have kind of melted the ice around it, and it's kind of hanging on there, still hissing. It knows you're too far away, and it's still focused on Edinburgh here. And Edinburgh, it is now your turn.
Right. I'm gonna smash this dude with an axe.
All right, roll for damage.
Does he have to roll a hit?
Correct.
Yes.
And it has to overcome the enemy's armor class, which it did. So now Brian
Okay.
can roll for damage.
What's your healing spell say?
All right.
9. Describe the kill, Brian.
Well, I look at it. Oh man, maybe we could have talked about this, but it's too late now, and I cut him in half.
Awesome. A huge note goes out through the air, and it withers, and it melts into the snow, and it dies.
All right.
Yay! High
You,
fives all around.
you have successfully defeated the the living icicles, as they are called.
Good morning, that guy who abandoned us.
So what would you like to do now? The dragon seems a lot less tense now that the icicles are gone, and he kind of starts moving back towards the cave. And he actually runs up to Brian and he says, Neetha again.
I would like that, kind of what we did at the beginning, where I'm going to see what the dragon does. Like, this is hot. I'm going to see how it behaves. Maybe it'll tell me if it's safe. By its behavior, not literally.
Yeah, sounds good.
I'll
does-
handle it.
Does anyone else want to do anything else before we move on?
I tug on Mama Claire's sleeve and show her the vicious snake bite that I have in my upper thigh. It's bleeding.
In other words, you want me to save you.
I will remind you that your healing spell is a once a day.
Today.
How good are you?
Oh, man, good. Alright.
Oh, Sarah. So you used Magic Missile, you used it once. You only have one more time you can use it. Just FYI.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I only have 2 for this campaign.
And that's kind of how spell slots work in real D&D.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, yeah, do what?
Mom, would you like to heal your husband?
Sure.
No.
No.
I suggest that we rest for a moment so that I can heal myself.
So how we can do rest is for every half hour that you rest, you can roll a 1d4, and that's how much health you'll get. So let's say we'll
I
rest
can
for about a
also-
half an hour.
I can also heal my wizardry.
I don't think you have any abilities that heal, my dear sister.
Oh, I don't in this one, do I?
Nope.
No, I don't.
So
Never mind. I'm going to laugh at you.
we'll rest for half an hour. You guys can regale the story to each other. The baby dragon does seem anxious to get in, so we'll take a half an hour break. And Dad, you can roll a 1d4, and we'll add that back. So you get 1 hit point from your rest.
Yay.
All right. What do you guys want to do now?
I'll
you know
follow the
what?
dragon on an adventure.
Okay, perfect. As you guys get to the entrance of the cave, the dragon seems more and more excited. It doesn't seem like there's any more
It
danger.
was 11.
But can someone make a perception check?
Yes.
Here's my perception check.
Danny, while he does that, what's Arcana again?
Wait.
Magical knowledge, basically. So, like, if something seems magical, you can investigate it with Arcana.
That's right. Okay.
Mama Cleric rolled a 20 on her perception check.
So, Mama Cleric, with her religious upbringing, because she's a cleric, she notices on the wall of the cave that there is old paintings of trolls dancing and performing shamanic rituals on the cave wall. So you know that potentially this cave is filled with trolls. With that check as well, she can tell that on the ground that there is, like evidence of things walking and things like that. And I would say that's all that she can see with that. What would you
Sounds
like to
my
do
old
now?
buddies are in here.
Yeah. What would you like to do now? The dragon is eager to get going, but keeps looking back at Brian, or Edinburgh.
Come on, Brian. Let's Edinburgh. Let's go see my old friends.
Well, I'm going to send the dragon to come by me and see if it understands. Should I roll maybe animal handling?
Yeah, that's fine. 13. Yeah, it comes closer to you, but that's about it.
Alright, well, I'm going to closer to Ed. Maybe I'll roll again.
Sounds good. Are you guys ready to enter the cave?
Are we going in?
Yep. I am. Bye, guys.
So you enter this cave. It's a large cavern. Looks like any number of things could be in here. It is a very nice looking cave. But what you do see is the dragon is starting to kind of run in a direction. Oopsie. Over towards here, where there's a very large ice wall. The dragon seems to want to go up the ice wall, but it can't seem to climb on its own. You do see on the upper part of it that there is, a place to go. The cave is otherwise empty.
Does anybody have rope in their equipment?
I do.
Yeah.
Do you also have a hook? I have 50 feet.
I have a crowbar.
Alright, so why don't you guys, I guess, maybe set that up so we can climb out? I'm going to sit here with my ink and pen and write down your bravery on getting my old wizard ass out.
Well, Dad, did you look at your inventory by any chance? Well, I'll just tell you. You have a climber's kit.
Yeah.
So the climber's kit gives you advantage on a roll for the climb.
Alright, so I'm going to attempt to climb up this ice wall.
So does anyone want to give Riley anything before he climbs up?
Oh, yeah.
I want him to take my rope.
There you go. Nice one.
I take the rope from Mama Cleric.
All right. So, Dad, roll me a 20.
Going to my bleeding wound, say thanks for nothing, and then I try to climb this ice wall.
So, it is with advantage, so you get to roll again.
By the way, if I roll a 1, I get to roll over.
Do you now?
Oh, I forgot that. I rolled those 1.
Nice.
Yeah, because halflings have a thing called lucky.
I don't think that technically exists in this game, but that's fine. We could do that. So, Dad, you spectacularly fail climbing this wall, even with your climbing equipment. And, you know, you make it about halfway up and you fall, and so you have to roll a 1d6 damage. 1 damage. Okay, perfect. So you're back down to where you were before your rest.
Back to half dead.
Back to half dead. Does anyone else want to do anything?
I'm going to try again with determination.
Yeah, that could work. Does anyone else want to try?
Yeah, I was thinking about giving it a try. I'm pretty strong. Or so I think.
Or so you think.
Could I get advantage if Edinburgh helps me, by letting me stand on his shoulders?
My short dwarven shoulders.
To get you 3 feet closer from where you fell last time?
Well, as a halfling, you know, it's not nothing.
Am I allowed to use the Cure Wounds spell on Fox? Or Riley?
You could.
Do you have cure wounds?
I don't think you do.
I don't think you put it in mine.
You only have what's on the character sheet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, best of luck. I'm going to stay here with my blank book and my pen.
All right, I'm going to stand on Edinburgh's shoulders and try again.
All right, roll a 20. 14. So this time you succeed. So you make it all the way up to the top. What do you do?
Go down the rope.
I look for a place to secure the rope.
Perfect.
Like anything that looks good for securing a rope.
You can do maybe an investigation check. You see a rock. You tie it around the rock. It seems good.
And then I lower the rope to the floor of the cave.
Beautiful. So, Riley lowered down the rope. Edinburgh is at the bottom. So, what order are you guys going to be going up this rope?
Well, I suppose I'm next because I'm there. I'm raring to go anyway.
Sounds good.
Who's going to grab the dragon?
That's the big thing. Someone has to bring him up.
Yeah, I'll do that too because I'm strong. I have animal handling and athletics. I guess
So-
athletic, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I would pick too if I was you. I think that's good. Because the dragon already likes you.
Yeah, it seems to make sense for the situation. And a huge bonus.
Alright, sounds good. You got a dirty 20, so you make it up there, no problem with the dragon.
Hooray!
Alright, who's next?
Can I look around? Or do I see anything just by looking around normally?
You do see in the distance that there's a long cavern directly behind you. And it seems like that's the only place to go, and it seems like that's where the dragon also wants to go.
Okay. Nothing really on the wings?
Not really. There's a couple more of the cave paintings and things like that, but nothing else.
Okay. I'm going to yell down to Mama Cleric, who deciphered the other ones. I'm going to say, hey, there's more drawings up here. Too many R's in these words. I'm going to yell that there's more paintings up here, that you should look at them. And I'm complaining that the words have too many R's.
All right, we all climb the rope with help from Riley and Burr pulling the rope. We get everyone up to the top.
All right, roll a 20.
I
So,
want to use my history skills.
Mom successfully makes it up. The dragon is starting to run down the cave, Sarah. Sarah also makes it up the cave perfectly fine.
Yay.
Or up the wall.
Can I use my history knowledge for the drawings on the wall?
Yeah. So it's just it's more like shamanic rituals and things like that. There is evidence of it looks like what could be trolls fighting a dragon, but you're not exactly sure. As you don't speak Trollish, and there are words written there as well, but you can't decipher them, unfortunately.
Okay.
So now we are in that room where there is a large cavern. You guys will notice that half of the screen is blacked out. As you get closer to this barrier, you notice that it's actually a large mirror. As you continue to go deeper, you notice that in the reflections, the dragon looks to be like a toddler-aged human in the reflections, and you all appear to be silver dragons. As you get closer to the mirror, you notice that a dragon comes up across the dragon. It is a platinum-colored dragon, and it speaks. You understand the words the dragon speaks, even though it isn't speaking a language that you know. It says, "You are on a blessed quest, and you must speak the correct words in the correct language to enter the lair of one of my children. Answer this question correctly, and you are in. What type of creature are you escorting home?"
Dragon.
A silver dragon.
Silver dragon.
So, make a Arcana, History, or Religion check.
Who?
Anyone.
I would think me.
Yeah, who's got the bonuses first?
What do we have to roll for?
Arcana and or history.
Or
I have
religion.
+5 for both.
And I think Mom's the only one with religion.
I have 5 for religion.
All right.
Yeah, I have +5 for Arcana and history.
Rolled 17.
17, that's pretty good. Do you want to do a history check too, Sarah?
Sure. What is it?
17.
+5.
+5. So, Sarah, you remember, and Mom, you remember too, but just not as well. This large dragon is known as Bamat, who is the dragon of metallic colored dragons. So that includes brass, bronze, copper, gold, and silver dragons. The correct answer to the question is silver dragon. You do know that this dragon is friendly to humans and typically will offer blessings as it will. As you guys get closer to the mirror, you seem to return to your own forms again. The ice seems to melt around the mirror, and it splashes you, but it doesn't feel cold, but it feels very refreshing. You all, if you took damage, are now at full health through the blessing of Bahamut.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone else got hurt, right?
No, he was the one that got hurt, and then he was bitching about it the whole time.
Alrighty. Well, that's like all rogues. So, as this cavern opens up, you notice that there's a lot of slides that seem to go down to the bottom. And it looks like you need to go down the slides in order to get to the next obstacle. As you approach the slides, you notice that the cavern behind you seems to collapse. So you have to choose your slide very carefully and very quickly.
Edinburgh says, "Oy, oy, oy."
The dragon seems to want to go with you, Edinburgh.
Does the dragon seem more apt to go down one or the other?
The dragon is now too nervous to really make a decision and is kind of coddling to Edinburgh's hand.
You know, I shared my rations with that thing.
So you can do perception, survival, whatever you want.
I think I'm going to roll for perception. That's +3.
Who's 17?
17 plus 3.
Yes.
So Sarah, what slide would you pick?
I think I'm going to pick the one on the right.
There are 2 on the right.
The one on the furthest right.
Can you ping it?
No, because my screen is still beige.
Alright, so the dragon sees you walking to the slide and decides to go with you. Sarah, congratulations, you picked the correct slide. However, As you hop on this slide and start to slide down, the slide collapses behind you, and now no one else can go down that slide.
Oh, hi guys. Me and my new dragon friend are gonna have fun. We'll remember you in the history books. I'm gonna write you down in my blank book with ink and pen while you all decide how to get down.
As you and the dragon are going down this slide, you notice that the other ones go towards sharp icicles, ice walls, and complete drops into the cavern below, which could be very dangerous. All right, the cavern is now collapsing behind all of you. The black area is now where the cavern is collapsing.
Yeah.
Where you all going?
I would try to heave down maybe one of these other things, maybe the top right one. Or do I already know about the ice spikes and all that?
I don't think you do. So you just kind of have to pick and pray. This slide also collapses behind you. Mom, you are about to die. You should move. And Dad, you are not far behind. It is collapsing.
Go down whatever slide is left.
Mom goes down. Just
Alrighty.
go down.
Sounds good. Sarah is the only one who picked correctly, so she gets to kind of rest at the bottom. Good job, Sarah.
Me and the dragon are playing.
As we'll start with Brian. So as we go down this slide, you notice that you have some icicles coming up. You should pick a skill, and we'll roll a d20 to kind of decide how you get past it, and describe it as you go. Rule of cool does apply.
So I have my axe and everything still out. So I'm gonna use that like an ice. I'm gonna dig it into the ice and kind of drag myself to a halt. Needed awesome athletic strength before the spikes, and then
And then you'll just jump to the next slide. That's kind of how it's going to work.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna use my athletics to either slow down and jump, or just make like a really awesome jump.
Which would you prefer?
I would go with the slow down jump.
Okay. Acrobatics or athletics, you said?
Athletics, yeah.
All right, make it happen.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you jump on the path right behind Sarah, and you sail on through. And you are now down at the bottom, and the dragon is very happy now. And it says, Nita, Nita.
You have that.
And I go, Nito, Nito.
Nito, Nito. It looks at you.
Dragon.
It looks at you confused. Let's see.
That's fine.
All right, Pops, we'll go with you next. As you go down, you notice that there is a huge wall coming very, very, very fast towards you. What would you like to do?
I will try to use my acrobatic skills to smash through it.
Acrobats smash through stuff?
Is it an ice wall?
It is. You can jump up above it. You can jump to another slide.
Oh, I will use my acrobatic skills to jump to another slide.
That sounds much better. I've never seen an acrobat bust through a wall. 10.
15.
Oh, that is a 15. So, you barely make it to the next slide. You're kind of clinging to the side, and you're now sliding a little bit more out of control. But you did avoid danger.
Yeah.
And Mom, how about you? You now see you're coming up to a big empty crevice that's about 100 feet, so it'll kill you if you fall through it. There's slides to the left and the right of you. You don't know which one is better. What are you going to do?
I'm going to use my athletics, my perception, to see what's in, to pick the best slide option.
Yeah, that sounds good. You have to do this very, very, very quickly. You might not have enough time to react afterwards, but you can definitely do it.
5.
So 5 plus 5. At a quick glance, you're panicking. There is a crevice coming. And what you do is you think the one to the left is a little bit better.
Okay, so I jump to the left.
Okay, you're going to roll with athletics?
Yes.
All right, sounds good. Roll it. 13 plus
16.
16. Awesome. So yeah, you successfully make it to the next slide, and you start continuing down. Dad, you're still a little out of control. what is happening is now that you're not as in control of your slide, you notice that you're starting to kind of pop out the top. So let's make a corrective check. So how would you correct yourself while you're sliding?
I would use my blood to try to slow myself down.
How are you going to use your athletics to do that?
I'll take out my dagger and stick it into the ice.
There you go. That's it. Descriptive. All right. Roll for it. 12. Yeah, you do it. So you successfully slow yourself down and you control yourself a little bit better. And you all make it to the bottom successfully. Congratulations. No damage. That's great. Alrighty. So now you enter this cavern. It's a large chamber. I'm just gonna move the things a little bit. I'm so sorry. But you move the or you land in this cavern down here. What you see is you see 3 large rock-looking things, and one that looked like the rock used to be there. Here, what you see is 2 strange creatures, and they appear to be trying to take the remaining 2 rocks. They are very shocked to see you, and they turn to you, and they kind of growl. What would you like to do?
Are they trolls? Like, do I know what they are?
You can make a history check.
You want me to do it? I think I have a higher history than you do, bro.
Well, Brian has made the decision, so Brian should do it.
That's true.
Oh, pretty good.
Pretty good, 16. So you know that these technically aren't trolls, but they do work with trolls in order to, or they're typically hired by trolls to steal eggs from dragons. So they are called egg thieves, and you definitely do know that as you have lived in the mountains. As they kind of come to their senses and realize that you guys are here, they turn and they pull out their swords.
Alright. I'm going to pull out my axe.
Let's roll initiative.
Sure.
And I kind of go like, alright.
Are we sure we want to do this, boys?
I think they're sure.
Alright, now let's go.
All right, perfect. So first up in the order is Shay, or she.
Alright, I need somebody to measure for me, because my screen is still... How far away am I from the thieves?
Like 20 feet.
20 feet each, pretty much.
You're 15 feet from the middle one, 20 from the others.
Alright, I want to move the 15 feet to the closest one. And then I want to use my quarterstaff and stab him.
You stab with the staff?
Yeah.
You're going to attack them with your quarterstaff.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to attack him with my quarterstaff.
There you go. Alrighty, roll the hit.
It says 1d6. So I roll my d6?
Nope,
Wait,
you roll
wait.
a 20.
Wait, move your token first.
I can't. I have a gray screen. I have no idea where I'm going. Can somebody ping it? For some reason, I could see you guys when you were measuring. From, like, here?
Do you want to move them here? Yeah, we'll move them there. Alright, I got you, Sarah. Alright, so roll a d20 to see if you actually hit. 10, and then you have plus 3, so that's 13. So you just make it. So now roll 1d6. So 2 damage. He looks at you. He is a little perturbed. And he just kind of looks at you. And he's not really phased. All right, Riley, you are up.
While she was moving to the egg thief, I notched an arrow, and I'm taking aim at the center egg thief that Sarah just attacked, and I'm gonna shoot at him. 1d20 to hit. 8.
Plus 5.
Yeah.
You just make it too.
Alright, since it's the first thing, I'm gonna roll 2d6. for damage.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 3. 13.
13, awesome. So now he takes the arrow in the shoulder. He takes the arrow in the shoulder. Hurts him pretty bad. He is no longer happy. He is looking very bloodied. All right, Edinburgh, your turn.
Alright, I am gonna charge in there and finish the job on the 18.
All right, make it happen.
Alright, so I gotta. Sure, I got that right. Plus 6.
Awesome, you hit.
Nice. Alright.
Yep, so you hit. So now roll for damage.
6. Great.
6. So it's not a spectacular amount of damage, but it's definitely enough to finish off the job. Describe the kill.
Great. Well, yeah, I see he's in trouble, so I just vulnerable and I get deeper.
All right, sounds good. He falls to the ground, dead. All right, Mom, what do you want to do?
I guess we should start killing the other one. I'll move over and hit him with my hazy thing.
Alright.
Yeah.
Which one?
One foot.
Yeah, you can make it to both easily. All right, swing to hit.
Rolling for
Or
my
roll to hit.
roll to hit.
You definitely hit. It's 1d6 plus 3.
Rolling a d6.
So 2 plus
5.
3, so 5. So you hit him right in the gut with the mace. He kind of gets the breath knocked out of him. He is looking not too happy with this turn of events. And so now it is this guy's turn. They are not very intelligent, but they are at the same time. He's just going to go to closest target, which happens to be Sarah. He is going to try and grab hold of you and bite you. I am going to show you my rolls. A lot of times the DM doesn't. It's a massive failure, so he misses you completely, and he doesn't get a hold of you, and he misses his bite. Alright,
And now I get to stare at him, annoyed.
Annoyed. Alright, so this guy is perturbed that Mom's kind of smashed him in the gut here. So he's going to turn to her and try and do the same thing. So turn to her and try and grab her. I think your armor class is very high, Mom. 14. Do they have any pluses, actually? Melee attack. Actually, they have a plus 4, so it's 14. So it matches your armor class. So he actually succeeds in getting you, Ma. So it's a 1d6 plus 2. So he hits you for 7 damage, Ma. So that puts you at a little bit less than half health. Just like Dad before.
Nice.
Okay.
Alright. Back to the top. It's on you, Sarah.
Woohoo! Am I still right next to that guy?
Yes.
Alright, I really want to hit him with my quarterstaff. It's not piss me off.
Alright, make it.
D20. God damn it!
You whiff completely. And then you go, oh man, I should probably use some of my magic that I have.
Just want to stab him!
And then he looks at you. Annoyingly. Alright, Pops, your turn.
I move to here with my bow. Get the diagonal on this egg thief. And I shoot him with my bow.
Awesome. Good use of line of sight, by the way. So you miss, and you almost miss so badly that you almost hit Brian. Or Edinburgh.
Sorry, Edinburgh.
But it just kind of glances off his armor, and he says, hey, watch it. Alright, now it goes to you, Brian.
Alright, so as a warrior, I'm going to protect the wizard because I see they have the least armor and everything. I'm gonna try to attack that guy. And so yeah, 20 plus 6 with my axe. A hit. 17 probably hits, right?
Yep, that hits.
R1d6 plus, what was it? 4. 6 again.
6. All right. Yeah. So let me see. Sorry. Okay. So he is definitely bloodied. The axe goes right into his flesh and his arm. His left arm goes completely useless. He's wailing and he's very, very, very upset, and he is, very bloodied. But he's still standing. All right, Ma, you're up.
Alright, finish the guy off.
Finish him off.
Yeah.
She's calling it.
Oh, so you want to go? You want to go all the way to the other bloodied guy?
No, she wants to finish off the guy next to her.
Well, finish off. Finish off is a big ask. We'll see how well you roll.
Well, I can't do anything because I lost the screen.
Do you want me to roll for you?
Sure.
So you get an 18, so you succeed on your roll. 1d6 plus 3, I think it is. And you hit for 9. So you do hit him. He is very not happy by it. He is very bloodied as well. And he is, looking to escape. He is not happy to be here. He does not want to die today like his friend. Same thing with this other guy who's battered and bloodied. He's going to try and run away. But because he's so wounded, he can't really go that far. So he makes it to about there. And that's the end of his turn. The other guy, same kind of thing. He's very wounded as well. He is going to move to about here. His 15 movement speed, and they're trying to escape. Alright, it's on you, Sarah.
I want to use Firebolt.
Do it. Yeah, make it happen.
Alright, there's only one dude left, right?
There's 2.
But they're both really wounded, so they're only one.
So, Sarah, you hit. Roll for your damage.
Just says damage 7 for Firebolt.
Oh, it's just damage. Oh, you don't roll.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Describe the kill and what one you're hitting.
Which one's closest to me? Is that dude still alive?
Yeah. I'm going to say this one. The one that tried to bite you.
Yeah. So I hit him with the Firebolt. Just starts going up in flames and screaming, "I can't believe you actually hit!" And I laugh as he just gets devoured by my flames.
Dark. Alright, very dark. I like it.
Oh, screw that guy. He tried to bite me.
I mean, maybe he has a family. He was just hired by trolls to steal an egg,
Yeah, I don't care.
Alright, Riley, you're up.
Move to here to get a clear shot. And shoot at him with my bow again.
Alright, roll to hit. I'll say this. It's probably going to be a disadvantage as he's running away on his attack, so you can roll with advantage. So roll again. Oh my god, even worse. You fire 2 arrows, they both miss. Everyone kind of looks at you and they're wondering what you're doing here. Alright, Edinburgh, you're up.
Alright, like a fun, sit down old. I walk up to the wounded guy, I take my, do the thing.
You do the stuff in the thing.
Who had it?
Oh my god. Just describe the kill.
Alright, again, I just find where it's like already weak, I just mercy kill it. Cross.
Alright. You swing your axe and you just lob his head off. The poor guy. Blood goes everywhere. The dragon seems, the baby dragon seems very relaxed now. He runs to the other eggs and gives them a little sniff. One egg, now that you guys are not in combat, looks like it may have hatched already. There's one spot where there was obviously an egg missing, which is probably his egg. And, you know, maybe the egg thieves got him and hatched and they dropped him. So he's going to go to where his egg was, and he's going to curl up and go to sleep.
All right, I smile as I wipe the blood off my face.
Aw. And actually, the dragon runs over and licks some of the blood and then goes back to bed. And he's very happy. As you look around the cave, you don't see much else other than the corpses of the egg thieves and the eggs that are there. Well, that one egg that's hatched and the 2 other eggs. There's only one exit, and as you guys go to leave, you have something happen. From high in the sky and through the top of the cave here, a ginormous silver dragon comes down and crashes into the cave. Snow and ice goes all around you. I'm trying to make this thing bigger, and it won't let me. There we go. It is now blocking the exit. It is actually looking at you, even though it's not in the picture. And it says, "What is going on here? What are you doing here?"
I say Nipa.
The dragon looks at you very confused. And it says, "Why would you know that word, and why would you use it on me?"
We have learned it from your baby silver dragon, which we brought back to its nesting site from outside. It was
Make
weak.
me
Okay.
roll a d20 with advantage.
So while hitting with the dragon, right? Edinburgh does a take to camera, does like a kind of, can you believe this look?
Kyle rolls a 20.
Wait, did you roll, Pumps? Oh, you did. Yeah, so the dragon instantly believes you. And it turns to you, and it gets really close to your face, and it looks past your shoulder, and it sees its baby sleeping in the nest. And she says, "I was out looking for that baby, and I couldn't find him." Nitha means mother in Draconic.
What?
And so the dragon then looks at its resting baby, and as the baby looks at the new dragon that's here, it wakes up and it goes over to Edinburgh. It looks up at him and says, "Nitha."
I say, yeah, and I point to the bigger dragon.
And now the bigger dragon says, "Well, thank you for bringing back my child. I see that you have the egg thieves here as well. Did any escape?"
No, we got them all. They're slain.
Sounds good to me.
I say, you're welcome.
It looks like one of my eggs is, or one of the babies is gone. If you could, if you want to, can you find my baby and bring it back to me here? My other
Another
baby.
one. Mm-hmm. You have my axe.
Ha! I get it. That's a good reference. The dragon goes over to a snowbank, and it pulls out 4 diamonds, and it hands you each a diamond. And says, "Thank you for helping me here. We'll add that to your inventory." The dragon does look at its baby. It sees how it's looking at Edinburgh and says, "It seems that my baby has attached itself to you. It's not uncommon for silver dragons to be raised amongst your kind. Will you take this dragon back to town and raise it with the humans? For the trolls in the mountains, I can keep watch while you tend to my dragon in the city." What do you think there,
Do you want
brother?
to come with my old wizard butt?
You want to raise the dragon as a dwarf with the humans.
Yes.
Why?
Well, because it happens sometimes. It's good. It's good for silver dragons to be aware of how the mortal world works.
Then I will take it under my charge, Mr. Dragon.
Sounds good. All right. And that brings us to the end.
Woo!
You guys have successfully
Yay!
returned the dragon. And you did pretty good. except for the hiccups in technology.
It was pretty smooth though.